AniMellow here. Hope you all have been maintaining your mellow moods out there. I'm here with my buddy Grima, and we are going to be talking today about our project Rumors of Ragnarok and what inspired Grima to start writing the series, and also like how we met and basically just how the project is going so far and the people we have added to the team. And yeah, just give you guys a little bit of a background. Grima came up with it best. You wanna give him the title of this here?
So the title for the series, for the longest time, it didn't have a title.
Oh no, I meant for this video. I meant for this video, the behind the rumors thing.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay.
But originally, the story did not have a name.
Yes.
You came up with the name.
Yeah. No.
And then from that, I came up with the name for this, Behind the Rumors.
There you go. Yeah.
I was setting it up.
I got you. Sorry, man.
I really wasn't misunderstanding the question.
I was rushing you. Damn it. Okay. My bad. All right. Yeah. I like that title. Rumors of Ragnarok. Behind the Rumors. Sounds, yeah, it's like one of those HBO specials. All right, man. Well, I'm gonna let you take it away here, and thank you again for being on the channel, and I mean just for letting me, work with you on this project and develop into what it is now. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, definitely. I never expected it to reach any real level. When I started it mostly as I like Record of Ragnarok. It's really good. It's a nice series. Now, what if I tried doing something similar? And just at first, it was just that. It was just a what if. What if I just tried doing it? And then from that, I decided, what would I do if I were to have my own version? And so I started thinking about who it would be. And one person that I thought would be really interesting to have in it was H.P. Lovecraft.
So I always wondered, was he the first character that came to mind, like when you started the series, or did you have like a bunch of characters already lined up as like potential fighters, and he was just the one that you decided to start with?
I think out of all the fighters I've ever had, he was the only one I had definitively decided on, where there was no real other options. And it was mostly just because I thought it would be interesting to show a non-combative fighter in Record of Ragnarok. Because even now, the only real non-combatant that we've seen in the actual story is Jack the Ripper. Right. So I thought focusing on one that wasn't about a weapon or brute strength would have been a really interesting turn of fate, or however you want to see it.
That's awesome, man. Yeah, so it all got started with my boy, still my favorite, even after reading... I've read most of the other chapters. I don't think I've read the full story start to finish yet, but out of all the fighters on the roster, man, Lovecraft has been my favorite since I found your stories. I read that first chapter and I was just like, damn, dude, this would be so cool to like see adapted into anything else, like, or just, I think my first initial thought was just to get it out there so that more people could hear the story. So our original plan was just to do like a narration type thing, right? Like I was just gonna read,
more like a voiceover, like how the first chapter was.
Yeah, I was just gonna read the story off, do some of the voice acting for the characters and stuff, and then it blew up
maybe
into
sound effects.
Yeah, sound effects too. But yeah, then it blew up into something entirely different.
We had a sort of micro debate about what would be the best stepping sound effects.
Oh yeah. Hey man, that's important, We can't have like them taking a step and it's like a squishing sound or something like that. That would have been, wouldn't have fit.
Would have been comical, but wouldn't have fit.
Yeah.
Especially because he's such a tense character.
Yeah.
Which then goes really well with his foil of a Nazi.
Absolutely.
And I'm still not sure if I'm pronouncing it correctly.
So I say Anansi. I believe that's correct because I watched American Gods, the show that's all about different gods from different countries coming.
I haven't read it, but I've heard of it.
Oh, it's cool, man. The book's really good, and the show is good too.
I've heard Odin is a gangster, but
so gangster. They call him Mr. Wednesday, I think. Yeah. But yeah, they say his name in that, and they pronounce it Anansi. So I believe that's right. Do you want to
maybe?
Do you want to get into him?
I'll just go with however I feel is correct until someone corrects me properly.
Well, it's your story, man. So it's it comes down to the writer. Do you want to get into him a little bit? Give us a little background on. Well, I mean, we could do a little bit more on Lovecraft first, if you'd rather, or we could do a.
I feel that Lovecraft is one of the type of characters you can't really show the full might of without his foil. It's like a Jack the Ripper versus Hercules. They're both good characters, but they're highlighted by each other.
For sure, I agree. Yeah. So, give us a little bit about Anansi. What gave you the inspiration for him to be the foil for HP?
So, for the longest time, I knew I was going to do HP Lovecraft. There was no other choices in my mind over who the human would be. But who the god would be was a tougher question. I knew I didn't want a Greek. I didn't want that many Greeks, which I ended up failing on later. But Greeks are just so easy to choose from.
True. So many.
And at this point, I wasn't really focusing on the actual thing. So I was more idly researching potential gods for it. I came across a art from a account Me Times 13, which we now know as Beast, where he had a cover art of H.P. Lovecraft versus a Nazi.
For sure. So you finding that cover art was what sealed the deal, per se. Did you have a couple other gods?
I might have had a Nazi on my radar, on my potential list, but that was the one where I decided to firmly research him, and that's when I decided that he would be the best opponent for Lovecraft to go against. At least narratively.
Did you have one or two other gods that you were close to picking instead, or?
If I do, I don't remember. After all, we are nearing the first anniversary.
Yeah.
It's been over a year since I've thought about this, and back then I didn't take that much notes. Even now, I don't take notes that often. I usually keep all my ideas in my head. That has bit me a few times, but that's why now I have it all written down on who's fighting in my plans, but not exactly complex notes, more like bullet points.
Well, whatever works for you, man. That's crazy. It's been a year since you started the story. I was looking back at the videos, and
yeah, I think it was maybe around a month before the first season of the anime dropped.
Oh, okay. I was looking at the videos we've released so far too. It's been 5 months since the promo for Chapter 1 too.
At this point, it's more a preview trailer than a Chapter 1.
Well, we got the promo for Chapter 1, we got the trailer for Chapter 1, and then we had Chapter 1. Which, the promo is almost up to 600 views, and the actual chapter itself is, I think, past 5 now.
Sometimes I wish that Reddit would tell you how many people have looked at your thing instead of just upvotes.
Oh, yeah.
I feel like I'd just be more curious about that than I am the people who upvote.
Yeah, because
I'm one of those people who don't really upvote. I just appreciate things and just forget to upvote.
Yeah, you just browse through and you're like, oh, this is pretty cool, but yeah, you forget to put down a comment or something. Yeah, I feel like that's a pretty big fraction of people that check out, this type of content. So it would be cool if Reddit had that like statistic for you. So when you settled on Anansi, how did you go about setting up the fight itself and like their backstories? Because I know you had like your own idea of like what your version of their backstories would be, and I don't know. I like I said, I think the first chapter you've written is still my favorite by far. So I don't know what you did there, man, but you caught lightning in a bottle.
I think round 13 might end up rivaling that if I ever get around to finishing it. But I'm not exactly so sure. I've had thoughts like that. I almost said round 3, but it's technically not round 3. But Unknown versus Mars was hell for me to write.
Why was that specifically?
Because it's military based. Unknown, he's the representative of all military men in the modern era.
So you had to do a lot of research for that?
To research military tactics and such, and I find that stuff so, like, boring. Like, compared to, like, I'm more of a fantasy writer than I am a military writer.
Yeah, I feel you. So
the sort of strict formatting was sort of annoying. So that's why Mars helped to alleviate it with just his brute force, I don't care about your tactics, I'm just going to crush you attitude.
Yeah. All right, well, so, I mean...
But back to the question at hand.
Oh, yeah, no worries. Good.
So, the way that I planned them out was that I didn't. I more or less went to their Wikipedia articles and read through them. Afterwards, I then took what I had and came up with ideas about how they would fight, what abilities I could reasonably come up with. I didn't take that much artistic liberties unlike the ROR writers.
I got it.
Like if you look between the original and the modified version that I made for the YouTube version of the series, you could tell that his backstory is way more grounded in his actual history in the original.
Yeah, I mean, I like both a lot. But yeah, your adjustments that you made to it were pretty cool too. So, but yeah, so maybe we can go on to kind of just like how the team started developing from there. We had that original artist that did the cover work, the cover art for that one, and that gave you the inspiration for your first fight. And then we ended up finding our lead artist, Nug, and the dude is
referred to as L.
El Nug, El Presidente Nug. Yeah.
Which, since I know at least the smallest amount of Spanish, it means I'm literally just calling him the.
Yeah.
Which I'm not going to stop doing because I find that just funny. The, get over here.
I think he would respond to it. Honestly, I think he would be fine with that. But yeah, dude is just awesome. I'm really glad that we ended up finding such a talented lead artist and just a funny human being overall. Like, his personality is great, and he's just a homie. Became a homie right away, and also became one of what we call the Elder Gods. Which is it just the three of us still, or did we promote
I'm pretty sure
Beast?
it's us. It's just us at first, or at least currently. But I just remember being like, I did not sign up to being called the God of Writing. Y'all just put that title on me.
You don't hate it, come on.
Which just works really well with my Discord profile picture, Rimuru Tempest. I didn't ask for this title, but I got it anyway.
Yeah, you're all about that character. But so yeah, we got the lead artist, co-artist, Caro, and then from there, I think Beast was our next acquisition, our lead voice actor and I guess like voice coach for our voice actors.
I remember when he was like, "Hey, do you remember me?" And I'm like, "No." He's like, I'm me times 13. I'm like, "Oh, it's you."
So wait, you were saying he's the same one that did that art?
He got someone else. I think the other guy's name was Amazing Wizard.
Oh, he got
Like,
the
he
other
commissioned
artist
the art.
to make it. Okay. Wow, that's really funny that I reached out to him and asked him to be in the project, and like you already had like a relationship like before that with him. Like you had, yeah, he was already kind of involved in the project and setting it up, like, or kind of starting it off.
Ironically, he dates back farther than you do in the project.
That son of a.
He's technically the catalyst.
Damn it! I thought it was all me. I thought it was all me and you. No, that's cool, man. I don't know. I'm just excited to be part of it.
There should be 4 Elder Gods.
Yeah, dude. I mean, I'm totally down for it. I think B should be one. I think we were saying something like he could be demigod or something like that. But I don't know. The dude like dropped what was it, like $150 on L's like,
I think it was around 100.
Yeah, his new tablet for like.
And then his pen broke.
Yeah, God, dude. That's the only thing. He needs to keep his equipment in better order, keep stuff going. But I don't know.
I'm a patient person. After all, the story has taken over a year for me to write out.
Yeah, true. And I mean, it's not like we're in any like sort of rush to get it out. Like we're not on any sort of timetable. Besides just like
the only real rush is just like it feels bad, not like putting out more.
Yeah, because we had so many people that watched the first chapter and that have been like interested in the series. It would be awesome to be able to.
Those like diehard fans who were there at the beginning are more just like, if there is any, I feel like there's probably like one person, and that might be you, but who are just used to the wait between chapters at times.
Yeah, true. Yeah, I mean, Apple Pito's been there since the very beginning too. Can't forget Pito. Not that they're part of the project, but they have been our biggest supporter since the beginning. So shout outs to Pito. Dude's the man.
He's the biggest supporter of just the entire Reddit.
Right?
The entire subreddit.
He's just like, great fucking job. You did it,
He's Atlas.
He's what?
He's Atlas. He's holding up the Reddit heavens.
Yeah, dude, just too good of a guy, almost. But yeah, so I think that we really, I don't know, this thing really transformed from like you said, something that you really didn't think it was going to be more than you just kind of writing down a story in like a what if scenario and being like, oh, I wish I'd gotten to see these fighters in Record of Ragnarok, so I'm just gonna do it myself. Screw it. And I'm so glad you did.
Yeah,
man, because
my main purpose for deciding to just finally get around to writing it was, I never got around to saying this, but like proper intro to I am Grima Dragoon. I'm an amateur author. I am trying to be an actual author.
There you go.
So they never got around to saying my introduction that I had planned.
Oh well, we can do. Yeah, I'm sorry. I should have like given you the opportunity to.
I know. I just find it funny.
Intro and plug yourself.
So I am in the process of writing 2 different stories at this current space.
Yeah. So.
And I wanted to do the tournament so I could like practice my writing of battles, especially because battles in say a show are different than in writing. Usually, writing it has to be quick, snappy, and or you have to have something like a lot of dialogue, like maybe hiding from the enemy and such.
Yeah.
But with this, I just wanted to see how much I could push just a battle within a story.
Which is,
and I think the best example of pushing this sort of thing to its limits would probably be in another Ragnarok, the Pope versus Romeo.
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
So
You kind of
two fighters who have no chemistry in fighting together and actually making it working to some extent.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking about. Like, you're technically writing 3 stories right now. You got Rumors, another, and yeah, your passion project.
I'm writing 2 books.
Oh, okay. It's like combined Rumors and another. You're saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The current names they might change is Heroes of the Realm and Second Life as a Healer. Those are my personal projects that I'm hoping to potentially one day publish.
I'm sure you'll get there, man. Your writing is super creative, and I mean,
yeah, just definitely needs to work on the quality and the pacing of uploads.
I mean, I think the pacing is good, dude.
Pace, my volumes will be released once a year at best.
That's fine.
But I also have real world things to worry about as well, so I can't exactly write all the time.
Yeah, when I first started talking to you, I thought you were older, man. You're just a youngin'. You're making me feel old, but yeah, that's awesome. You're doing something like this already when you're so young, and you're already like working on, your craft.
It probably helps that I have nothing else to really do.
Well, you're in school and stuff, right?
Yeah, but that's more of just a time waster. It's, at least from the school that I'm in, it feels like the teachers don't really care anymore. And it's just busy work all the time. And then I don't even have access to my writing stuff, so I can't even write.
Yeah.
At least it gives me time to read.
There you go. Good ideas and stuff.
Half the work of an author is doing research and stuff.
Yeah, getting creative ideas, for sure. Alright, well, I think that might be close to good for this. Was there anything in particular that you wanted to get in this video that you wanted to discuss that we haven't covered yet?
So to those who are following the story, I will get around to finishing round 13 eventually. I started getting burnt out of the series, so I've been taking a break from it to work on my stuff.
Stop pressuring him, guys.
Chapter 3 mostly written. I just need to get around to actually adding some battles to it. Because if you've read most of my later writing, there's a little bit of a format. Yeah. And this chapter is a backstory chapter.
Which I think you need here and there, for sure.
Yeah. If I recall, it's chapter 3, The Legend of Sun Wukong.
Yeah, man, I can't wait to see the Monkey Kings fight. It's gonna be so fucking dope.
Yeah, it's already been pretty fun.
Hell yeah. Alright, man.
Especially with bringing back all the other fighters in the stands.
Oh, right, you were telling me, yeah. You're gonna do that. That's, yeah.
It is both fun and annoying to keep track of.
Because you want to get all the important ones in there. Yeah, not forgetting.
Who would be best to react to this? Would it be too much to have this person react? Because it's not the same. In a manga, it's one panel. You can squish it down to one panel. In writing, it's 2 or 3 paragraphs.
Yeah, which, I mean, shout out to Elle for kind of working with you on condensing it for the manga format that we're working on now. Well, yeah, man, I think I want to wrap this one up so we can get the other recording going. But yeah, I just wanted to thank you again for, I mean, just being down to let me put this stuff on my channel. And I mean, I feel like I don't contribute a whole ton to the project in general. I'm the editor guy, and I put the videos out, but I don't know. You got
the backbone.
Yeah, thanks for saying it. I don't know. I feel like you guys have like the talent, like the real talent, the writing and the art and like all this stuff, and I'm just kind of like plopping it all together as good as I can, and I'm you know figuring it out as I go. But I mean, I guess we all
can have
guess we
great
all kind
scenes,
of.
but if it isn't cut together well, it's not going to be a good movie.
Well, I appreciate you saying that, man. But yeah, I'm just excited for getting chapter 2 out. I don't want to give any kind of timetable on it because last time we did that,
It'll be done when it's done.
exactly. Yeah. But yeah, if anyone that's listening to this is unaware, chapter 2 is going to be a slight change in format. Um, we're doing a visual manga that has voice acting and sound effects and stuff like that. It's just a little bit different than what we were doing before. Starting off with just like black and white, and then hopefully adding color and stuff later on down the line. But this way, it'll be more like a manga anime format. What we had before was cool for chapter 1, but I think this is
I've been personally calling it the finalized edition.
Finalized edition. Yeah, okay, I like that.
Yeah, with my writing being the rough draft.
Well, no, dude, it's the origin or what? I'm trying to think of like just good word for it.
It's like a bunch of the light novels I follow. My writing is the webcomic. This is the light novel.
There we go. All right. Well, thank you, Lord Grima, for being on the channel, and
to those patiently waiting, stay tuned.
Stay tuned. It'll be out one day. Don't worry. Well, this has been AniMellow and Grima wishing everyone a super profundo day, and hope to see you back here on my channel for the next one. Thanks, everybody. Maintain mellow moods.